From the Valley of the Sun, EA Sports welcomes you inside State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix, Arizona. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. To return is Greg Torres. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Murray. That'll be taken in by Connor. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On the give, this is Connor. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Quick throw on the RPO, caught by Coleman out wide. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Now Bennett. Right side, complete to Nakua. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. The NFL's 3rd leading rusher a season ago, it's Kyron Williams. The Cardinals have got it. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. Prater, extra point is good. And the Cardinals will take a 7-0 lead. So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Bennett to throw. That's caught by Puka. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Throwing is Bennett. That's down the field for Higbee. That's caught! And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have...
That one is caught in the back of the end zone. And of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay's going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board.
The kick is good. That ties the game at 7.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This will be returned from the 2. We'll get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On the ground, here's the one-time Seminole. And he's trying to turn the corner, but will not do it. Brought down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, Murray. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Murray. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
Sometimes you just have to know when it's time to go home. You got to know when the party is over, and I'm not taking anything away from the effort. It was a great job here by the quarterback to extend this play as long as he could, but instead of throwing it away at the end, he ends up taking the sack. This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter. This is a spot you just love to be in as a defensive player. I mean, you've got him backed up so far, you're not really fearing any play call, let alone a run. Sit a couple of guys back, keep the ball from being thrown over your head. Everybody else track the ball, comes up well short.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there.
At their own 32-yard line.
The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Nice job moving the chains, and Kyren Williams is really someone who kind of came out of nowhere, and he had a career season back in 2023, finished third in rushing, but it was really the yards per game, the consistency, a lot of big plays, and he picks up right where he left off.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
That is caught downfield by Pop. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down. Throwing, Bennett. That's complete to Coleman. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. He'll try to run for it with Williams. And he's into the end zone. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, L.A. It's his second touchdown of the year. The extra point from Cardi is good. And the Rams will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again here to Connor. And he'll take this up, working towards the first down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the first down. Here's third down and a few inches. Out of the gun, it's Murray. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Move back to the 10. They'll try here on 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun, Murray. That is caught by the tight end. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Arizona. Now Prater to tack on the extra point. His kick is good. And the Cardinals will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. 1 quarter in the books. All even on the scoreboard. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Unloads downfield, looking for Nakua. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On the zone read, given to Connor. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to Connor. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. Got his man at the 6. And he'll be taken down.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over, and now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Trey Benson. Touchdown, Cardinals. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. To the air, it's Bennett. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
You can see the quarterback here. He's saying, hey, man, my bad, my fault. He knew a better ball probably leads to a nice completion. That one got away from him a little bit too much and leads the receiver out of bounds.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. They'll start out with a run, and it's Benson. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. A short one here, caught by McBride. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. McBride is the motion man. Now Murray keeping it himself. A hit, and he has lost the football.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball, because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit. And that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like, because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
Here's Bennett. Taking off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 6. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This pass caught. Right side. It's Allen. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. He's out of bounds right around the 5-yard line. They'll run. It's Williams. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. The motion man is Nakua. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. He pulls it in around the 5. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Hardy's kick is good. And the Rams will cut the lead down to 4.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
A good return as he takes it across the 30. 1st and 10. Murray now. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. #1, the traditional handoffs. #2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
He'll fire one deep for Harrison. And this will bring them all the way down to the 20-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Murray. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Durant.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A huge play just before the half. It's a gain of 34. To throw is Bennett. Now he'll run it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one. A gain there of 27 yards.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man. Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
He's going to lose yardage. How about the defense standing up in the red zone? They'll mark it at the 10.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, Rams. Cardi now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Rams extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21. So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. Dortch now to return it. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Cardinals 21.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll motion a tight end right. They'll run it with Williams. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. It's another run here for Williams. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now Bennett. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. He's going to have the 1st down. That one good for 9, and the drive continues.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the halftime message was from the coach, Mike. He said, I want to come out in this second half and deliver an early blow. Come out swinging. Well, I think they've made that statement pretty clear here to start the 3rd quarter. And if they can finish this drive off with a touchdown, I think they'll have done just that.
They'll be forced to just blow that one away. It's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
That'll be taken in. It's DeMarcus Robinson.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss. It's always a little bit of a letdown, like you find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
That's caught downfield by Harrison. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. And even 30 yards.
That's good for a Cardinals. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. We'll go right back to Harrison. He's got him again. And he will score. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Arizona. Prater's extra point is good. And the Cardinals have taken the lead by a point here in the 3rd. So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. This one taken at the 7. Now on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And when we talk about momentum and trying to stop negative momentum, it's moments like this. Not only did you just give up the big score, but now, Greg, they've got to get that defense back on the field after the fumble.
Yeah, and on one sideline, you're riding high. I mean, the last two plays could not have gone any better. And then on the other sideline, they couldn't have gone any worse. Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. Here's a third down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Murray. And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Throwing is Bennett. That's down the field for Higbee. Oh, he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception. Whoa! And the Cardinals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
Not much happening there, just a short game. Second down, Murray. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Rams will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
Bennett to throw. The throw on the run is complete. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Man for the national championship team at Michigan, Blake Corum. And he will work his way down inside the 30, a pickup of 6. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. That's taken in by Higbee.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on 3rd down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
Throwing, Bennett. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. And the Rams are going to have themselves a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 7-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 and just enough to move the chains. The motion man is Nakua. To the goal line and in. Puka Nakua. Touchdown, Los Angeles. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
Extra point is good. Makes the score Rams 34, Cardinals 31.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. On 1st down, Murray. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. That is caught! And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
When you get big gains like that, Mike, it's pretty easy to see why that stat line just continues to grow. And the defense doesn't come away with a plan to stop this guy. We could have a record-setting performance on our hands.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. Murray with a give to Connor. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Working out of the gun, Murray. That'll be taken in by Connor. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment.
Come on.
Murray going to look to do it himself. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of action.
31.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They run over center with Williams. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. A throw on the move is caught. And he is taken down, but not before they're able to get it out of danger up past the 25.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Here's Bennett. He keeps it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. To the air, it's Bennett. He's got his man, that's Coleman. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense. You don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
The motion man is Nakua. Throw to the right flat. It is caught.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Third and 9. On the give, it's Williams.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on fourth down, Mike, based on what they do on third down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that fourth down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
So a pressure spot for the kicker, Joshua Cardinals. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. Punt team headed out for the Rams as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. That's to the tight end, Elijah Higgins. And he's taken down up past the 35.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Second down and 8. From the gun, it's Murray. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Throwing now, Murray on first down. And he will get down here as he wisely avoids the contact. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down. That's left side. That's the tight end, McBride. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Here in the fourth quarter, you just can't predict how many possessions you have left, so you can't let any of them go to waste. So far, this has been a fantastic drive. It's a drive that they desperately needed. They continue to throw the ball.
And he will score. Trey Benson. Touchdown, Cardinals. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way.
The Rams take over.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Past midfield to the 45. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
But how many of those rushes did we see in his time in Michigan, Mike? I mean, it feels like we've been watching this kid play football for years now, and now he's got a chance to make his mark on the NFL stage. 27 rushing touchdowns last year. That led all of college football. This is one of the better young backs to come into the league in the last couple years. His play style really complements what Sean McVay wants out of this Los Angeles Rams offense.
They'll drop to throw. There's that man again. Another catch.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
Now 2nd and inches. Williams. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Rams.
Now Bennett. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A pass caught right side by Coleman. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Now 2nd and 4. To throw is Bennett. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Dortch now to return it. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. Here's first down. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
Well, it's safe to say this offense now is entering desperation mode. They have such a long way to go with such little time to do it. You're thinking chunk plays, get out of bounds. You have to stop the clock and continue to pick up as much yardage as you can to, at the very least, be in position to take one Hail Mary shot to the end zone. As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
2 timeouts, still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Murray. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Now a timeout Rams. That's number 2. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll run. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. That lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. So a big kick coming for the veteran Matt Prater. This to force overtime. So a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This one he's gotta have. And this one running out of steam. Not enough leg to get